welcome back to the channel. I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and I'd really like to thank all the new subscribers. It really means a lot. Today I'm going to be whipping up a little copper line so they could blow machines off or whatnot. So I kind of have all the fittings I'm going to need. It's just going to be a real quick little air line adapter type deal. So it's basically going to be a T with an outlet, another outlet, and a valve to isolate. So it's going to be real simple. Air comes in, it can either go that way or it can either go that way. So it's basically like a splitter. So I'm just going to get this all soldered together before I go install my lengths of tubing. And this is going to go on a ladder rack. So I'll be using these cush clamp mounting clamps. These are pretty good because they separate the copper so that you don't have dissimilar metals joining, and they use this little rubber bushing right here. So I really like these, and they're real simple and easy to work with, and it's just a little 3/8 nut, so you need some basic hand tools to tighten them, and they really tension up pretty good. So this fitting had a little bend on it. I was able to just kind of straighten it out with the kind of rounded barrel of my needle nose pliers, and seems to be good now. So I'm getting the copper fitting to fit right in there. So right now I'm just prepping my copper pieces that are going to be joining these fittings together, and I just cut it some you know, about 3.5 to 4 inches, just little joints that there's really no specification, just kind of a play by ear. So I've just needed to be mounted in 2 places where the actual valve and hose assemblies are going to be attached, and then the rest of it is just a straight pipe all the way going up. So it's pretty basic, simple run. So I'm just going to prep these fittings and get everything assembled, and then I'll make all my solder joints really quickly, and then I'll just mount that fitting into place. I like to do my solder joints outside if I have the chance. It just makes everything easier for me. And this is just a simple one-off plumbing job. If I was doing like a large plumbing job, I'd you know, have a different strategy for what I was doing. And if I had to do it in place, well, you know, then I'll do it in place. But it's just easier to do it in one little workstation for me. So yeah, I'm just gonna get all these pieces prepped and cleaned, and then I'm just gonna start getting them wet with some flux, and then start hitting them with some solder real quick and easy. So everybody's different, and they have their preferences on what they use. I like this this flux right here. I personally like it. Everybody's different. And then I have just some basic solder from Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever it is. But it's always very important to keep in mind, if you're ever doing copper, you really need to know what your application is. And if you're doing anything that in regard to drinking water or wash basins or anything where people could come in contact with it, you always want to use lead-free solder and lead-free solder paste or flux. So I'm just getting my joints prepped, just hitting them with some flux real quick, and then I'll hit them with some solder, and then we'll get ready to install this fitting, and we'll be just fine. So yeah, let's set that in place. Make sure I'm straight. Yeah, so once I start joining these pieces, we're gonna look good. Yeah, so this flux is gonna start leaking all over the place. So I wanna make sure that I don't make a mess for these guys. Now it's pretty early. It's about 3:30 in the morning, 4 in the morning right now. And I gotta get in here early before all the masses start headed in to this company. I'm in one of their buildings right now, and always got to get it done before everybody starts coming in. So I guess I'll hit this joint first, right here, then I'll move on to this one. So I'm gonna hit this joint first, and then I'll move on to my T, and then I'm gonna heat my T, the core of my T, and then I'm gonna hit all 3 joints back to back. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so as soon as this thing cools, I'll go ahead and give it a little cleanup, and we should be good to go. Okay, so now that my the workpiece is cooled, I'm gonna go ahead and get the workpiece installed on the ladder rack. So we're gonna go ahead and get a couple cush clamps prepped and ready to go. So I have 1 cush clamp for this portion right here, and 1 cush clamp for this portion right here, and we'll get that all locked in. I have a 7/16 little socket for the cush clamp nut, make it real quick and easy. So I went ahead and cleared off this scissor lift, and gonna get everything ready to mount and get out of here for the day. All right, so we're here at the ladder rack. So I'm gonna mount 1 cush clamp here and 1 cush clamp here, and have it continue up that path all the way up this ladder rack. I'll do a couple joints up there and lock this thing down, but like I said before, we don't have the large scissor lift, so we're really not ready to tie this in to the live air line at the moment. So right now it's just a little bit of prep and getting everything ready. So I have my length ready. Got that all cleaned up with the wire brush. Now I'm just gonna apply the flux to the end, get this all fitted in, and then once that's fitted in, I'll get the cush clamp and we'll be out of here. So I'd like to thank everybody for watching and everybody for tuning in. And if you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe, stick around. We do a lot of this type of installations, troubleshooting, electrical, just really anything related with industrial work and in the industrial environment. So if you appreciate or you enjoy this type of content, consider hitting that subscribe button and stick around. I appreciate it. Thank you.